It's a rainy Saturday over here.
Okay.
Uh, Wet and dreary,
Really?
which probably also describes most Alabama fans right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
don't know what to expect or do today, but
I know.
can't get into any conversation. There's one thing you always have to do to start.
What is that?
Talk about the Dolphins? No,
We can.
no,
How
that's
good they
okay.
are,
It's
and
college
they have
football
two
picks, so that would be
pro.
weird. That would be weird.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Wet and dreary for her. Wet and dreary for her. Cold to ride. Intro music.
That seemed like
What?
I bet Bob came up with that one instead of you, didn't he?
No, Bob didn't come up with it. Bob comes up with a lot of the other ones, but not that one.
Now that okay, that was all you.
That was all me.
Great. It was amazing, as
Thank you.
always.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all I was looking for.
All right, top 25 college football picks first, and then some SEC as usual.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting to the end here.
We're getting to the end, Not necessarily. Well, I'll talk about Bama later, but yes, we are kind of getting to the end. The playoff race is starting to tighten up a little bit. We're starting to see who's the contenders and not the pretenders, and I guess we'll figure out things over these next 2 or 3 weeks. So
Yep, yep. Well, something that'll not help us figure out anything is Ohio State smoking Indiana to start
yeah,
the day.
Ohio
That's
State's favored by 40.5 points, and they're playing at home. Indiana's having a really really rough season. I Ohio State's going to win the game. The question is, are they going to win by 40.5? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to cover. I
I
think
like
what
how
happens is
I like how you're picking Indiana plus 40 like it's some great thing. I think Indiana could stay within 40. Oh,
no,
that's
I just think Ohio State's going to have, obviously they're going to have an enormous lead, and at some point they're probably just pull CJ Stroud
yeah.
out and say, hey, we'll
Yeah.
put in the backup.
65 to like 28.
Something like that. Something like that, yeah. So, yeah, we both have Ohio State winning. I don't think they'll cover her. Do you think they'll cover?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I think Ohio State's going to score 40 points.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I could see Indiana throwing some late touchdown with 10 seconds left to get within 41. So I
yeah.
don't know. But Ohio State's smoking them this morning.
Gotcha.
Notre Dame at Navy. Notre Dame coming off a huge win.
Huge win over Clemson, in which we actually both predicted, did we not?
Yeah, we did. We
We
both
actually,
picked Notre Dame. I don't know what made us go to pick Notre Dame. Like
well,
that's usually get
I
you
told
kicked
you
out of the
my
Bama
reasoning
club.
was right. My reasoning was that Clemson. I always thought Clemson was going to lose at least one regular season game, and they had to that point because I know they played Wake Forest and Syracuse pretty close. So I said, okay, Notre Dame was at home. This has to be it. So
Yep.
Notre Dame kind of salvaged their season. Even though it started off to a rough start, I think they were like 0-2 or 1-2, something at that point. But they win over Clemson was huge. They got them ranked. They're now number 20th. They're playing on the road at Navy, but I'm still picking Notre Dame to win this game.
Yeah. Same. I think Notre
I
Dame
think,
gets this one.
yeah, I think it's Notre Dame's defense is carrying the team. Their offense is still a little rocky, but they have a good enough defense to kind of to let them prevail in this game. So
I agree. And they basically get just enough out of their offense, I guess, to get by. So.
yeah, it's kind of what you said. Yeah,
Yeah, but I said it better,
right.
because I'm just okay. Purdue at Illinois. Illinois is surprising
Oh, come on.
7-2. Can't beat the big
Yeah,
dogs though.
yeah,
Purdue's one of those like kind of sneaky teams that like in games
I
you don't
agree.
expect anything from them, they win, and then when you expect them to
Either
be
they
competitive, they get blown out. They're
either
weird.
they win, and yeah, either they win or they put up a good fight. So this could be an interesting game. I still think Illinois is going to bounce back and win this game.
Yeah, I think
I
so
think they'll
too.
cover.
Yeah, I think they do in the cover. Yep. 2:30 slate. NC State with a huge win last week.
Yeah.
Playing Boston College, 2-7. Do
Yep.
you remember Boston College had like 1 or 2 good years the whole
Yep.
time we've known them, and then it's
I want to
like
say, yeah, I want to say one of those years they either beat Clemson or played Clemson really, really
really
well.
tough. Yeah,
But
I
they're
think for
not
the ACC, if you're having a good season, it's played Clemson really tough. That's like
basically.
that's
Well,
your
that's
whole.
it. That's
Yep.
it. Yeah. So I think with this game, I think NC State covers at home. Boston College no longer has Doug Flutie, so I'm going to go with NC State.
Agreed.
You're right. I just said.
Since they have no longer have Doug Flutie.
Yeah. I thought that would get a better reaction, but
You're right. I'm in a little bit of pain this morning, so my
Gotcha.
concentration
Gotcha.
is a little all over the place because that actually was a prime joke there. That was
Okay.
that was a typical Herb and Rod's joke right there.
That was.
So my apologies. My apologies to everyone out there. That joke deserved better.
It's okay.
So,
It's okay.
Okay.
I'll throw in another one here and there, so we'll see how you react.
So we'll see. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on my game now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Louisville at Clemson. I mean, Clemson's got to bounce back, right? But they're only favored
Yeah.
by 7. That's.
I know, and well, this is what I think. I think Clemson's going to bounce back from the shellacking against Notre Dame last week.
I mean, they got mollywopped.
They got mollywopped. I think the fact that Clemson is only favored by 7 kind of shows you how bad their offense is this season. They have a good run game with Will Shipley, but I've said it numerous times, DJ's not the guy. Cade came in for, I think, 1 pass last week, 3 interception. Or was that? I'm sorry, that might have been the previous week. My bad. Or was that last week? I forget. Anyway.
I don't remember. I didn't look at a single Notre Dame Clemson highlight.
Okay.
So I just saw the score and I was like, wow.
Whenever you see Clemson at home, you would think they'd be favored by a little more. Louisville's 6-3, not having a bad season, but I think Clemson can cover this game. But again, like I said, Clemson's offense is what's going to keep them. I don't think Clemson's going to make the playoffs. They're ranked 10 right now. Even if they win the ACC, I still think they're going to be an outside looking in. That's just my.
We'll talk about that on the podcast for sure.
Okay,
we'll talk about that on the podcast.
I was gonna say maybe I'm giving my opinion a little too early because we have to break down some of these other games and how everything else unfolds with the SEC and the Big 10, Big 12, etc. But
we'll get a little more clarity after today, so we'll get out a podcast episode tomorrow for everybody, and because I know the millions and millions of fans are pretty much waiting on us.
And millions.
I think that's copyrighted. I don't think you could do that.
No, I was coughing when I said something.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then we're safe. Okay. We're good. Don't have to get. Is Bob also a lawyer?
He says no, but he is a clown. He does like magic tricks. I don't know how that's relevant either.
Okay. All right. I was
what he told me.
Just a little confused. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Maryland at Penn State. Oh, we're both picking Clemson to win, but maybe not cover. Yeah. Maryland at Penn State. I mean, Penn State beats up on the teams they're supposed to beat up on and loses to the good team.
And they lose to the teams that they're supposed to lose to.
So Penn State will beat Maryland today.
I think so. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't think Penn State covers.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a close game, but I do think Penn
I can see it. Yeah, I mean, for Maryland, they're not having a bad season at 6-3. They could really, they win this game and they're actually tied with Penn State, so that's a lot of motivation. So,
right,
I'll take Penn State by 7. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Don't cover, win, don't cover.
Okay, all right.
Michigan versus Nebraska.
Michigan's going to cover. Let's move on. Come on.
Wow.
I mean, Nebraska's had a rough season. They already got rid of Frost. I don't know how long they're going to keep their
Emma Frost or Scott Frost.
Both of them. They got rid of both of them.
Why would you get rid of Emma Frost?
How do I know? I mean, they're 3-6. They're not doing anything, right? I think they beat Hoover High School, Trustville, and maybe Jeff Davis in Montgomery. I don't know.
That Jeff Davis game was close, though.
It was.
Closer than I thought. So UCF at Tulane. This is one of those top 25 matchups that I will never flip over to this game.
I will never flip over to this game, and I really can't name a lot of players, maybe 1 or 2 in this game anyway. All I know is that Tulane's at home, and they're only favored by a measly point.
I'm picking Tulane.
With that said, I'm going to anti-Herb alert. I'm going with UCF. And for people who don't know what anti-Herb alert means, is I'm only picking what Herb doesn't pick. And we don't have any analytics for this game. Can't name you any offensive or defensive stats. I'm just picking against Herb. So I'm going to go UCF.
Wow.
Just for the heck of it.
Wow. We're going to start tracking the anti-Herb alert.
We need to keep track, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm taking Tulane. I love them at 8-1. I hope they don't lose another game for the rest of the year.
Gotcha.
Who did Tulane? And then next up, you got Kansas State at Baylor. Remember we thought Baylor was going to have a great season?
Well, they won the Big 12 last year. And I thought they would have a pretty good season somewhat.
Tulane lost to USM.
Southern Miss?
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, K-State at Baylor. It's funny that one of these teams is ranked 19th and the other is unranked, but
and they got the same record?
And they got the same record. And Baylor's favored.
I'm going with Kansas State this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas State. but no analytics or anything.
Right. So it's not an anti-Herb alert. We just agree. So
yeah. Oregon at Washington at Oregon.
You know what I'm gonna say about Oregon? They got that guy named Bowden.
Don't.
Okay, Oregon's favored by they're favored by 12. I can say that.
Okay.
People can see that they're favored by 12 with their
people can see. We're not giving out any extra information.
I think Washington is like newly ranked now. Oregon's number 6, climbing up the ladder. It's very interesting to see Oregon where they are because they started off the season losing 49 or 46-3 to Georgia, and
they got Shalamali-whopped.
They got all of those. They got all of those.
Yes.
And I didn't think they were going to ever bounce back, but they did. Their quarterback's having a pretty good season. So I'm going to go with Oregon to cover in this game.
I'm going to go Oregon to win, Washington to keep it close with that defense. And it's funny, the total 72, so they're thinking everybody's just going to run up and down the field.
Basically.
I don't believe that. I think it'll be less than that too, but I do think Oregon pulls this one out for sure.
I agree.
They've got a great shot at the playoffs still, you know. The Georgia loss is in the rear view. And if you're going to lose a game like that, lose the first one and then recover from there. So
I think Oregon has a good chance to win out, and we'll
see what happens. Oh my God, we'll see what happens. Alert.
TCU
at Texas.
Yes, this is going to be a huge game. This game has playoff implications for obvious reasons. And I've already told her several times that TCU is going to lose a game this year. This is the game that I think Texas wins. But I think
Texas is favored by 7.
7.
There is no respect being given it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Texas and Quinn Ewers cover this game.
I think Texas is winning this game by 17 at halftime, and they don't play great in the second half, and TCU does. So I think TCU comes back to win. So that gives me an upset alert and an anti-Raj alert.
It's not necessarily an anti-Raj alert because you actually gave some analytics.
Because I had reasoning.
You had reasoning, yes. So it doesn't classify as an anti-Raj alert.
But then we'll go with
upset alert.
Upset alert. Upset alert. I can't believe I'm picking the number 4 team over the number 18 team, and that's upset alert. That does, you know what? Wiping away the upset alert. I'm just picking TCU to win the game.
If TCU does lose, I wonder how far they fall down.
Yeah, it'll be tough for them. And I think the amount that they lose by will hurt too, but they haven't been consistent all year, like for a full game. It's like they're playing one half of every game and winning.
Basically.
So, this would be a fun game to watch.
Yes.
North Carolina and Wake Forest.
Yep.
Just if you like if you like defense, don't watch this game.
Right. Wake Forest is playing at home, but then again, they're both in North Carolina, so I think there'll be a pretty big crowd for both teams. Wake Forest is favored.
I didn't think Wake Forest was in North Carolina. I thought it was in Wake Forest.
Wake Forest is favored by 4. I'm going to go with North Carolina in this game.
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to go with North Carolina.
North Carolina on the road. But, I mean, this is definitely the definition of last team with the ball wins. I think both teams hit the 40s today easily.
Yep.
So. Florida State at Syracuse.
I'm going with Florida State.
I think so too. Syracuse hit that big, high, and then they've just been on a slide ever since. Florida State, this is your kind of like we're on the way back season.
I was just about to say that. I said I think it's good to see Florida State back in the mix again. They're ranked number 23. With this win, they can move them up maybe 1 or 2 spots. I don't know. It depends on what happens around the country, but yeah, it is good to see Florida State back playing good college football.
Agree. Definitely. I'm taking Florida State on the road too.
Yes.
Hope my boy Kerry doesn't get mad at me. He actually picked Alabama.
Sorry, Kerry. You went out?
He picked Alabama today.
Okay.
And now we're picking against him, so he's gonna hate us. All right, Stanford at Utah.
Yep.
Remember when Stanford was good?
Yeah, back when they had Christian McCaffrey.
I'm just picking Utah smack on the road. Yeah. And UCLA over Arizona. I'm sorry, not UCLA.
It's
UCLA.
Yes.
Sorry. UCLA will beat Arizona too.
We pick UCLA and DTR to cover against Arizona.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, SEC version.
Let's do the SEC.
So this is a funny one right here. Are you going to pick Arkansas because you need them to win, or are you going to pick LSU because you really think LSU is going to win?
I'm picking Arkansas because we need them to win.
Wow.
The game is in Arkansas, but I can just see this go. Honestly, I can see this game going both ways. LSU's only favored by 3.5. Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't both teams play like a similar type of offense? Have that running quarterback and throw the ball from time to time?
Yeah, but it's weird because LSU is like more finesse and Arkansas is more physical.
Yeah.
And I think that's like Arkansas. That's why I think we were a little bit better against them because they're more like smash mouth in your face, and LSU was kind of like let's run around them. And
so Arkansas is like Derrick Henry. LSU is like what Gibbs?
Yeah, like Gibbs. Okay. Yes, and we couldn't stop Gibbs. Not that we could stop Derrick Henry right now, but we couldn't keep up with Gibbs. So that's what happened.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna pick Arkansas. What you're picking LSU?
I'm taking LSU.
Okay.
Tennessee's gonna beat Missouri, but they won't beat them by 20.
Ooh.
Missouri will stay close.
I think Tennessee covers.
I can't blame you for that, but I'm gonna take Tennessee. I mean, I'm taking Missouri to cover, but Tennessee definitely wins.
Gotcha.
Vandy at Kentucky. I'm taking Kentucky. I don't really care.
Kentucky.
Yeah. South Carolina at Florida. Did you think these? I mean,
this is weird.
I didn't think South Carolina would have the better record at this point.
No, I did. I know it's in Gainesville. Florida. I'm gonna pick Florida to win this game. I think
so too.
Yeah.
Sorry, one of our fans was messaging me at the same time as that.
Tell him I said all right.
Yes. Georgia at Mississippi State. I think Georgia wins and covers. Mississippi State too one-dimensional. Georgia shuts them down.
Georgia's the best right now. Georgia's the best team in the country. I think
definitely. Yeah, and Alabama fans. Alabama fans are gonna hate it, but a dynasty might be coming with Georgia.
It is.
They're in a great spot.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more on the podcast as well.
Definitely. And Texas A&M at Auburn.
I'm
taking Texas A&M.
I don't care who wins this game, but I'm picking A&M. I wouldn't mind seeing Auburn lose another game.
Yep. Don't care.
All right,
Alabama Ole Miss is weird because I have no idea what Alabama team shows up. I have no idea what's going to happen in this game. I'm going to take Alabama to win, obviously, but there's no result that would surprise me.
I'm picking Alabama to cover this game, but like you said, I agree 1,000%. We don't know what we're going to see, especially from last week's team. Going into this game, I think we're the better team on paper, better coaching and everything, but it just depends on how we play. If we play the offense that we played last week, this could be a really, really rough game for us. But I'm hoping that we bounce back and maybe Saban is a little fire them throughout the week of practice and Alabama gets the win. And at this point, I'm for Alabama. I'm just hoping that we win out and then we go into and we get a New Year's Six bowl game. That's really it.
Agreed with that?
Yes.
Let's quickly go through our viewers guide. Alabama and SEC fans will watch LSU Arkansas at 11 for sure.
Yes.
Other than that, you might just take a nap until 2:30. We'll be watching Alabama Ole Miss at 2:30.
Of course. After that,
Clemson, if not.
Which one?
Louisville, Clemson.
That's the only other game that's going to be close. Yeah, I might turn to that at 2:30 as well on the smaller TV.
And then
the UCF Tulane game is going to be played at 2:30, but it doesn't really pique our interest, so teach his own on that one.
Definitely not. At 6, Oregon, Washington, if maybe you want to see some scoring. TCU, Texas would probably be my first choice. And then, like I said, if you just want to see no defense whatsoever, North Carolina,
Wake Forest.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
And Florida State, Syracuse might not be that bad later on.
Yeah, I think that'll be the last game I watch is Florida State, Syracuse. Utah, no. Arizona, UCLA. Those games come on too late. I'll be watching something else.
Yeah, take your girl to the movies tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Raj, appreciate it as always, and I'll talk to you. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing? Yeah, I know. 3, 2, 1.
Outro music.
Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.